Today, I'm going to explain to you how ESPN has become Death Row Records and Bob Iger is Suge White. Stephen A. Smith, he's Tupac Shakur with Thug Life tatted across his belly. And Shannon Sharpe is Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G. The entire sports media has gone hip hop. And it's about to jump off, it's about to pop off, no different than Biggie and Tupac. You got Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps going at each other. But I'm gonna explain to you how this whole thing has gone very gangster, very ghetto, and will continue to spin out of control because we've learned no lessons from our past. We've taken no precautions. We've put in place no safeguards to prevent the sports media world from going down the exact same toilet as the rap world. It's going to be an awesome edition of Fearless.
Yo, let's get it in. We have been relegated to just niggas, athletes, thugs, uneducated, undisciplined for a long time. And it's because of the system that we've been brought up in. We've been brought up in a system where it didn't care. It didn't give us any tools, but it told us, you better pick yourself up by your bootstraps. But what boots? What straps are you talking about? I still got to get the boots and straps. And then as if we got the boots and straps by different means, we were called all type of thugs and niggas and thrown in jail and, had a smear campaign all over the news and things like that. So to see how far we've come, I love it. Now, with that being said, there are some growing pains that we have to go through. There are some obstacles that we have to overcome. With growing up in this society, we don't have a culture. The so-called black man has no culture. We're all raised differently. I don't know anyone that's raised like Shannon Sharpe. This brother had an outhouse. I don't know no one like that. Our culture is non-existent. So what we've been taught to do is to hate on each other when we see someone doing greater than us. When we see someone taking a different path than us, just tell someone you want to move out of the state. They're going to tell you 100 reasons why you shouldn't. Oh, I want to start a business. They're going to tell you 100 reasons why you shouldn't. It's the subconscious hatred that we have for each other that allows for that type of conversation to be had. So when you get a Shannon Sharpe that has been on top of the charts online, very sought after personality, of course, he got some things he got to learn. He not used to people just coming at him. He said he keep to himself. He ain't used to it. So yes, did he get out the spirit with Mike Epps? Yes. Should he had said he was going to come see him and see if he bout it? No. But at the end of the day, it seemed as if they squashed it. It was just one of those heated moments, take you back to your adolescence. Because that's all we grew up knowing is how to fight. And fighting each other at that. So it's understandable. So when you understand that the so-called black man doesn't have a culture, you can understand why these 50-year-olds is going at it. And they're not even doing that. But they got that mentality like, hey, it could get there. Especially Shannon Sharpe, old big ass. He been lifting weights. He's like, I'm ready. Get a nigga off me. That's what Shannon Sharpe be thinking when he working out. But the point is, without a culture, these things are going to happen. And it's really no benefit. And when I see what Jason Whitlock is doing, he's trying to hold up what the old guard considered classy and tact. But no one watches them. I don't watch any white sports shows. I don't care to hear white folks talk about black folks and their mistakes and what they should and shouldn't do and if they have good sportsmanship. And I don't give a damn to see that. But I'm okay with seeing another sports analyst that looks like me, talks like me, has some style like me, talk about other black folks in the media. I'm okay with that. I don't agree with all they takes, but I'm okay with seeing that. And that includes Jason Whitlock. I was sad to see Jason Whitlock go, but I'm glad that he's on another platform where he gets to say and do whatever he wants to do. But I don't agree with this. Now, a little show like mine, I'm just trying to get all the scraps I can get. But with someone that has a high profile like Jason Whitlock, this is not something he should. This is low hanging fruit. I should be getting something new out of your show. I should be hearing certain takes of sports or things that's going on in current events. But I don't want to hear what you have to say about other men that's doing the same thing that you're doing. That is not beneficial. And to be honest with you, It reminds me of this right here.
Rap music,
Gangster rap songs that debase women.
Degrades the value of life. Promotion of drugs and violence.
violent, pornographic,
Derogatory lyrics about women and minorities.
Explicit sexual or violent lyrics.
Racism and inciting violence.
The get rich or die trying attitude that you see in hip hop.
Teenage pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, teen suicide, casual drug use.
Now that's what that reminds me of, because none of these people are giving any advice or giving any resources to the group of people that they're talking about. Yes, a lot of those things they said was true, but you're not really trying to give us no solutions. You're the one who took the music out of the schools. So that's why we got to start beatboxing and start rapping, because we don't got no damn trombones. We don't got no guitars and flutes and all that. So then we're going to come up with our own music. But when we come up with our own music, don't you then get on the damn TV and tell me how bad and negative I am when you the reason why I'm even like this. That's all I hear when I hear Jason Whitlock talk like he's just like they're trying to hold up their society. He's trying to hold up their society too. We can't be like that. Let them brothers do what they do, but give some advice though. If you're just you come from such a prestigious background and everything you do is just so upright, then show them the way, brother. But you brag that you've been in this industry for so long. Help them brothers out.
What has been destroyed by its move to the gangster element in the show. But it's going to take some time for me to unpeat Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Steve Kim will join me a bit later in the show. But it's going to take some time for me to unpack my full thoughts here about what's going on in the sports media world and how the sports media world has gone gangsta. And this will not be a good thing. This is going to end the exact same way the rap music world has been destroyed by its move.
Now, when he says gangsta, all he's saying is niggas. Y'all just some niggas with some microphone. That's all he's saying.
The First Take, and is now the king of all sports media, is involved in a bit of a beef with comedian Mike Epps. Shannon Sharpe's been getting all the attention of late. His Cat Williams interview went bonkers and did more than 50 million views, and that turned Club Shay Shay into the spot for the black entertainment industry. If you're a rapper, if you're a comedian, if you're in the black entertainment celebrity world, you want to be on Club Shay Shay. Mike Epps.
Where should they want to be? Glad? No jumper? Is that what they should want to be? I don't understand what this take is. So what? I'm proud of Shannon Sharpe, regardless of who he got around him, regardless of his takes about Taylor Swift. I'm still happy to watch another black man sit down with other black people and let them tell their stories. That's how the money stays within each other. When you go to Vlad, the money go right to him. Nah, just letting the money circulate a little bit within the black community. Where should they want to go? I don't understand. This is not a take that you should even try to make here.
If you're in the black entertainment celebrity world, you want to be on Club Shay Shay. Mike Epps, a comedian from my hometown of Indianapolis, nationally known, well-liked, well-received. He was brought up, I believe, in the Cat Williams interview, and maybe again when Shannon circled back with Monique during the Fat Williams interview.
I don't know if he's just reading this stuff off. I don't remember him. If you remember Shannon Sharpe mentioning him, even Shannon Sharpe said he don't remember mentioning Mike Epps. I don't remember him mentioning Mike Epps, and if he did, it wasn't in a negative way. So I think this is just him just reading off, without doing any research, just having this take.
He was probably brought up there too, but what Mike Epps definitely was like, he wanted some of that attention and fame and celebrity that Monique and Cat Williams are getting. Mike Epps has a Netflix special coming out he needs to promote. And so he reached out to Shannon Sharpe via DM and tried to get on Shannon Sharpe's show. It did not happen.
That's the reason why you really should learn who you are.
Everybody saw Shannon at the Lakers-Grizzlies game getting into a fight or getting into a dispute with Dylan Brooks and the Memphis Grizzlies players and nearly coming to blows. Everybody saw that video. And they still attempted and still pursued Shannon Sharpe. Here's a man sitting courtside, 50 some odd years old, beefing with kids playing basketball, and sets off this type of deal as it relates to an NBA game. This is unprecedented.
And see how he's trying to hold up the old guard talking about kids. These are not kids, these are grown men. When you call grown men kids, you are being dismissive and disrespectful to who they are, what they've achieved, and what they got to go through to even be here. You're not some little kid making it to the NBA. It is tough work to make it and sustain and to be great in the NBA. But what the old guard would do, just to downplay our manlyhood, they call them kids. And that's all he's doing right here. Now, I'm not saying that, Shannon Sharpe should have did this, but they didn't. He was already employed, okay? Should they have fired him when nothing happened? Now, this is a good look? No. Because, yes, he's older than them and should have some composure. But he loved him some LeBron. LeBron. This is LeBron. You're not better than LeBron. Stop antagonizing LeBron. That's all he was just being a fanboy to LeBron James, which he really too old to be a fanboy of LeBron James, but still, that's all he was trying to do. This does not mean he should be fired. This does not mean he's not the person that you should have on your show, because what he does as an analyst is great. It's great. He gives facts. He don't just give opinions. He don't just throw out insults. He gives facts to the statements that he makes.
Celebrity. To have that type of security, that whole situation pop off. And instead of people sitting there going, whoa, Shannon Sharpe struggles to control himself, they said, oh, that's exactly what we want. How do I get more of that into my company? That's a black man with no self-control, no discipline, character issues at CBS when he got released, and then FS1 and Jamie Horowitz picks him up and puts him into this very ghetto role opposite Skip Bayless.
What are you talking about? This did not happen before he got on Skip Bayless' show. What are you talking about, bro? He was already on Skip Bayless' show when this happened. Now, I don't know if he don't remember. I don't know if he's just reading the script. But the point is, if no other white folks said anything about it, why do you feel the need that it's okay for you to talk like this? This brother is like the representative of the white voice right now. And I like Whitlock sometimes because he think outside the box. He don't have a victim mentality. He has a kingdom mentality where he gonna get what he want. He not gonna let nothing stop it. But this right here, brother, is you speaking for the white man. If you think that the white man is saying all this, but they never said it, you the mouthpiece, brother. You the mouthpiece. It's time to just focus on what you do on your show. Don't worry about what other people do on their show, brother. But brothers that's doing big things is not worried about what another man is doing on his channel.
They're doing to the sports media world, and this is what they're doing to black men in the sports media world. There's a lane they want us in, uncontrolled.
Do you see the ESPN studios with the death row chair? Who you think in that damn chair? Why? This is not something that I would ever put up to talk about black folks, because who is in that chair? Another nigga. And this is what they wanted in the first place. You are the mouthpiece of those that can't really say what they want to say. I'm not saying they don't think this about us. They might think it. Who cares? Why do we care so much about what the white man think about us? We got to stop it, bro. We cannot be sitting around, oh, this is just ridiculous. It's just embarrassing. Why do you always got to embarrass us? Don't they know white folks is listening? I don't give a damn what white folks is doing. They don't give a damn about me. I sure don't give a damn about them. I'm not sitting around thinking about what white folks is doing and what they, I wonder if they gonna like that. I wonder if I just made them mad. I wonder if I embarrassed myself. I wonder if they gonna talk about me when they go home at night. They gonna talk about me at the end of the night any damn way. You're not gonna just stop them from talking about you just because you walk and talk like them. You dancing like them. You sit up straight like them. You got a suit and tie like them. You still gonna get talked about, brother. You're not gonna ever get no pat on the back saying well done. You might as well move at your own beat, because the energy you bring off anyway, everyone's gonna like it. Everyone's gonna be gravitated to it. Yet niggas talking about killing each other in the streets All the white folks liked it. They're the number one demographic of that type of music. So there's really no point of playing no stepping and fetch it and tap dancing and look at me, massa. How I look to you now. You proud of me? Is you proud of me? There ain't no point of doing that. This right here is just pointless.
Potentially violent, low character. That's any of these guys that you'll see getting these from Keeb Talib to Steven Jackson to Matt Barnes. That's the preference. That's the blueprint. They're going to turn the sports media into gangster rap. And so, listening to Shannon Sharpe, I cannot blame Mike Epps at all for his response. Mike Epps had every reason on the planet to respond to Shannon Sharpe the way that he did. Let's play the Mike Epps.
And before he plays this, I mean, we've all seen these clips. I'm not going to just go through every single one, but he said that he does not blame him from responding that way. But how would he feel if he actually did the actions of the words that he said? If he actually shot Shannon Sharpe, how do you think this brother would feel right now? Whether or not it's justified doesn't mean it's something you should or shouldn't say. If it come to it, if Shannon Sharpe get out the car with the rah-rah, then maybe he got to get shot. But I don't need to say that on Instagram for everyone to hear me. And now it sounds like I'm threatening Shannon Sharpe. Now people got to make videos because now we threaten each other. No, we shouldn't have done. There's no excuse to say that. Okay, and if he followed through with those actions, I guarantee you he would have nothing to do with Mike Epps.
When I was watching Dan Le Batard sit on his show and talk about friends of his that wanted to beat me up, and if they saw me, it would be on site. And I'm just like, now here I am, 56. Dan's got to be 55. I think Shannon Sharpe, he's in that 54, 55-year-old range. Mike Epps is 53. And it's like, what's all this fighting talk? What's all this pull up and I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna fight and it's on site and my friends will beat you up? And it's like, what world do you live in where 50-year-old free men, not, if we were incarcerated, I would have no choice but to fight. That's what you do in prison. But when you start talking to grown 50-something-year-old free men, and you start talking, oh, you're going to get violent with them, it's going to be on site. Well, they have every right to let you know, I don't do no fighting, I'm in my 50s.
The reason why we have, and I said it, why we have 50-year-old men talking about fighting each other is because we don't have a culture. We grew up, the closest thing to a culture we have is a fight culture. If you say something about me, my mama, my children, my wife, we gonna fight, bro. That's all we know. We don't really know how to handle things with words because we're really not good with words like that. Until you do get a little older, a little wiser, and then you start, learning and building your vocabulary and learning how to talk and realizing that you got things to lose and you can't live like you don't got nothing to lose. So now you start to calm down. But when a nigga gets up on you and says something crazy, you just go back to your old ways. The things that you did as a child, you soak that up. It's hard to just let it go. So sometimes you can have moments to where you lose control of your emotions. And Shannon Sharpe is very emotional, which is why he threatened Mike Epps. But I don't think he's going to act on it. I think it was just one of those things where, he just got in his feelings. And to be honest with you, the things that Mike Epps said about him is fighting words. Period, point blank. But I think Uncle Shannon, he gonna calm down and they're gonna talk and it's gonna be all squashed. I don't think he's ever gonna be on the show, but at least they're not gonna throw bows, all right? So this is just overboard with what he's talking about. I think he got white writers or something up in this studio. Because this is ridiculous.
And so I just got to say, to Mike Epps, I get it. Mike Epps is from Indianapolis. I'm from Indianapolis. It was silly and crazy. And I'm sure Shannon hadn't thought it through about NBA All-Star Weekend and just where Mike Epps is from. and how deep his connections and roots are in Indianapolis. I'm sure none
Bro,
of
we
that.
all from the same place, brother. He act like Shannon Sharpe didn't grow up in poverty where people fought and killed each other. He act like Shannon Sharpe just is somebody that is just clueless to how things go down in the hood or something. We all from the same damn place. You from poverty, you from violence. Period, point blank. Where there's low income, there's high violence. That's everywhere. So don't try to act like, oh yeah, he didn't know where he was from. He from where everybody from. Where all the niggas has come up. In the ghetto. In the slums. Ain't nobody scared of nobody because where they from. This is just, oh man. Hearing him talk is, I wish he would just go back to sports.
Was thought through. But for Mike Epps, I'm sure he would go on to say, like, you catch me out in traffic anywhere. And you talk about jumping on me and like, why would I do that? And so I don't blame Mike Epps. I blame Shannon Sharpe and ESPN and this culture that has been established where in the sports media world, because they've leaned into all of these compromises.
You know why you don't blame him? There's a saying called crab in a barrel. And what happens is if we got a bunch of crabs in the barrel, one of them say, hey man, I'm tired of being in this damn barrel with all these niggas. I'm about to get up out of here. He reaches up and try to climb out. The niggas is like, the fuck you doing up there? Wow, get your ass back down here with me. And then they all starting to fight amongst each other all over again. That's the crab in the barrel mentality. He don't want to blame him. Mike Epps is the crab at the bottom of the barrel. Not realizing that if Shannon Sharpe get out, he can bring everybody else out. He like, nah, nigga. If you can't get me on the show, bam, you gay, nigga. Bam, you walking around talking with a girl name. Bam, like, brother, I do blame Mike Epps for you calling people out their name like that, bro. Those fighting words, period.
Low character people, because there is no standard of behavior for anybody in the athletic world, whether current or former. It's no different than what we saw at the Super Bowl with Travis Kelce. The man runs up on Andy Reid, pushes him, yells at him. No one cares.
Hey, bro, I can't keep making these stops. So we're never going to get through this shit. But what he's talking about is he's saying that there needs to be some media police, I guess, that polices these niggas and they low character so that if they get out of line and say something, there's going to be someone there to smack them on the wrist. Hit him with a fine. You need your white daddy at all times, is what he's trying to tell you. That without white daddy, you can't be successful. And to an extent, he right. On all these talk shows with black folks, they always got that one white moderator. He's the one that keeps everybody in line. Because yes, we do get emotional and we like to talk back and forth. But there's that white man that's going to be like, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. And then everybody just go on with it. But let's try it without it. Let's try it without our white daddy. How about that? Let's try it without the affirmations of our white daddy and see how it go. We don't need them for everything, brother. And if we always, have them as a crutch, we ain't never going to get better. Leave these brothers alone, man. They going to work it all out.
No respect for authority, for any type of hierarchy, for elders, for people in respected positions. We're not even modeling the kind of behavior for young people in terms of how we engage and interact with people. Shannon Sharpe is talented in this podcast era and in this new sports media world that we have. I've been giving him credit for that. But his character is not built for the position that he's in. He's not standing on enough truth. He's not standing on a strong enough foundation to handle what's coming for him now that he's at the top of the sports media profession, now that he is being a disruptor in the comedic world. See, when you haven't fully paid your dues, when you haven't really studied, when you're a low character person, you don't know how to handle all that goes along with being a disruptor. And so he's
telling you, you gotta be up under the white man's tutelage. You're not ready, Shannon. You need to be up underneath the white man's tutelage so that he can guide you and show you how to act and to have good sportsmanship and act like you've been here before and not show your emotions. And you need the white man to do that. Until you do that, you're not ready, Shannon. That's all he's saying. That's all this dude is saying. And I don't know, man. I don't know who wrote this up. I don't know if this is his baby or if he just reading cards. I don't know. But to compare Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith to Death Row Records, it just sounds like some shit some white people wish they could say, but they know they can never say it because we would get on their ass. So you know what, Jason Whitlock? I'm on your ass. No homo.
Comedians right now and people in the entertainment world are looking at Shannon Sharpe. He's a disruptor. He's from out of nowhere. Shannon Sharpe has turned his podcast into the spot for comedians and people in the celebrity entertainment world as it relates to black entertainers. It's the spot. He's disrupted the entire thing. And he doesn't
You see what I'm saying? You disrupted the white man's structure. Only the white man can have podcasts and do interviews. How dare you step in here unprepared without no white man's tutelage? You don't know what you're doing, nigga. You don't know how this thing works. You need to come up underneath your white master and get a good job from him first. And until you get a good job from the white man, you'll never be ready.
Like when you disrupt a system that's been put in place, when you reach the top, oh, they're coming for you. And you have to be built for it. And he's not built for it. And so Mike Epps has started cracking jokes on him. Suge Knight in prison is tweeting out shots at Shannon Sharpe. Suge Knight in the past week, I think it was maybe February 5th, Suge Knight tweeted out pictures of Shannon Sharpe with his male stylist, who used to be Kerry Rhodes' lover, the former NFL safety stylist that Shannon Sharpe has been parading all around LA and all around the country with, used to be Kerry Rhodes, an NFL safety's lover. Shannon's running around with him like they're BFF. And he's shocked that people are taking notice and are talking about it.
Now, Shannon Sharpe already let everyone know that he let this brother go. He went back to his old stylist and he let this brother go. Now, whether or not that's because his old stylist was jealous or whether or not Shannon Sharpe was like, hey, man, this ain't working. I thought we could try it out, but niggas are saying I'm gay. We're going to have to let you go, brother. I don't know which one it was. Hopefully it's the latter, but Jason Whitlock is late on this take. He already said that he let this brother go and he's no longer his stylist. So, I mean, unless there is something going on, we shouldn't see them together like that. But so Jason Whitlock really needs to keep up with the times and stop just trying to be out first and be right. Don't you talking about standing on truth? Then be right. Right now, you're wrong. And so is Suge Knight. Who give a damn what Suge Knight got to say from jail? You talking about free men, but then you want to use the word of a man that's in jail for allegedly killing somebody. But then you want to go against these free men trying to do something positive just because they might have got into it real quick. But you want to actually take the word of a convicted felon, brother. Do you see how twisted this is? How whitewashed you sound right now, brother?
Suge Knight sitting in a prison cell tweeting out, if this fruitcake who's always with Shay Shay, not his son, then we now know why they call him Shay Shay. Hashtag first take, Shannon Sharpe, and Shay Shay. This is what you've made yourself a target. And are you built to be a target? Can you handle it? And so far the results are no. And I'm not surprised. You're not standing on enough foundation. You're not standing on truth. You're playing the game, and now you're wondering why Mike Epps is taking shots at you. Suge Knight is taking shots at you. I want to play you a clip from, and you guys have heard me talk about this comedian before, Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb and Mike Epps are the two comedians with like the pulse of working class, street, hustling, the hustling black community. Let's call it that.
Just say niggas. You've almost been saying it this whole damn time. And if you want to say Shannon Sharpe is low class, then what are you calling the people that these two comedians are over? Low class, right? Niggas. This is all over the place, bro. You don't even know how to talk to your own people. You don't even know how to talk about them, with them. You the voice of the white man, bro. You got that white man heart that you grew up with in your industry and that brought you up and you learned from and had that pat on the back. This is coming out all right here. Now, yeah, the white man is proud of you, Jason Whitlock, for sure. You getting all the accolades and they at their house. They saying, see, this is what niggers should be like Jason Whitlock.
To that audience. And Shannon has lost that audience. And Corey Holcomb, another popular comedian in that hustling lane, the little ghetto black dudes, they love Corey Holcomb.
Little ghetto black dudes. You see what I'm saying? You just sound like the white man. You got the white man voice in your throat, brother. You need to let that loose, okay? Because though I don't agree with everything in the black community, and though we do some outlandish things, I'm not gonna call us ghetto and little, and I'm not gonna belittle us. Now I might call it as it is, call a spade, because I do say no truth. But there's a way to come about it. There's a way to wake people up out they sleep. And nigga, you are lost in the sauce. Matter of fact, you enjoying yourself in the sauce. You swimming around in the white man sauce right now. You ain't lost. You enjoy it.
I'm telling you, Corey's very talented. I used to know Corey, and Corey's a guy that attacks me, and I couldn't care less. But I want to play you this clip of Corey Holcomb. Again, another person, just like Mike Epps, says like, oh, Shannon Sharpe done elected himself king of the comedy world. Well, I got some shots for him. He's eating off us. Let me eat off him.
Most people don't even know who the hell Jason Whitlock is. Okay, he's never had the voice of the people. So I don't really know what the point of that was. Just outside of trying to just make fun. You know, look at this. Now he's trying to say that he's Biggie. This is not. Black folks don't do shit like this, bro. Black folks don't dress other black folks up, unless you just wicked, bro. I don't know. I ain't never seen no shit like this. Just dressing black folks up, calling them all type of derogatory names on the show. I just don't think Jason Whitlock, this is his idea, but he thought it was a good idea, so he rolling with it. He might have had some of this material, but then like his white friends was like, what if you say they like the death row of entertainment? He like, okay. I just don't think he came up with that. I'm just not dressing niggas up like this.
Biggie Smalls. That's what I'm calling Shannon Sharpe. He's another rapper, another gangster rapper that's not built for the position that he's in. And these people are now taking shots at Shannon Sharpe, and he can't handle it. And so he wants to go to threatening violence. The shots are not going to stop coming. You've been placed in a position of leadership and authority and influence, and these shots are what come along with that. And you made the decision to put your stylist front and center everywhere, and so you brought this on yourself. And so I want to play one other clip from Corey Holcomb where he talked.
Look, I agree with Jason Whitlock here. The warning that he just gave is true. There is a level of humility, meekness, patience that you have to have with being a celebrity. And you have to be content with where you are as well, and really don't live as if you got anything. If you trust in the riches of this world, it will be your downfall. I agree with him, but you do not have to dress up these people as thugs and gangsters and violent and calling them low class character and all that. You don't have to do none of that. You could just tell them with some love and compassion and some concern, and not have to throw all that down the trash with all these antics of, oh, I'm gonna dress you up like a nigga. Now you just sound like the voice of the white man. I'm sorry. It's a form of hatred. Hatred as far as hating your own people. He being the damn crab in the barrel, and form of hatred as far as he just being a hater. So in any case, this is just Not a good look. If you ever thought you were going to reach the people, this is not how you're going to do it, brother. You need to have some type of dignity and integrity when it comes to your own people. There's a way to talk to your people and not degrade them, dressing them up as niggas and thugs and gangsters and calling them they just the worst character and all that.
Stephen A. Smith, and I've been trying to explain to you all. You all think I'm just in some little beef or feud with Stephen A. Smith and that I'm just taking unnecessary pot shots or I'm just doing it for clicks. I'm trying to explain to you what role and what lane they've carved out for black men. And that's why I call Stephen A. Smith Tupac Shakur. Tupac is the most...
Just dressing them up like this, man, it's just not necessary. It's just not necessary, and it does nothing to... Like, you're not going to change no one's mind because you dress them up as a clown. Like, just say some compassionate things, some things that come from the heart, and move on, bro. I'm actually tired of even talking about this shit.
I'm Jason Whitlock, your leader. I'm going to spend 2024 discussing...
Does he have like some... Does he say he was the leader? The leader of what? Who the fuck is following you, bro? What are we talking about right now? I just clicked through some stuff because I didn't want to go through this whole video. And it popped up. I'm Jason Whitlock, your fearless leader. Oh, shit. Come on.
Growth and sacrifice. Hard times are here. Harder times are coming. What has stopped American growth and caused a regression in fundamental freedoms and values? A lack of sacrifice. Our ancestors sacrificed for our benefit. We have not sacrificed to protect the progress they died for. No sacrifice, no freedom. What impedes man's willingness to sacrifice? His ignorance, his perversion, his pride, his ingratitude, and his cowardice, his rejection of God. The Bible is a story about the power and the necessity of sacrifice. Sacrifice is the sun, rain, and fertilizer of growth. Growth is our life purpose. Grow in the knowledge, wisdom.
I wasn't expecting to have to go over no Bible scriptures, but this is why I know that he got the white man voice on him, talking about how, because this brother he's a so-called he's in Christianity. I can tell already. This is nothing but the white wing rhetoric that they be speaking about. Our people got problems, yes. Do we need it to be fixed? Yes. Is the Bible the solution? Yes, but not through the lens of Christianity. The lens of Christianity is just white supremacy, and there's nothing to do with the Bible, which is why you said that the Bible was about sacrifice, when really it wasn't. The Bible was about obedience. It's not about sacrifice. You made the sacrifice because you messed up. That's what the sacrifice was about. It wasn't about sacrifice. Christ was a sacrifice because we messed up, so it had to happen. But the Bible is about obedience, keeping the laws and living. That's it. It ain't about no. That was just something that the Lord gave us just so that we could, continue to go forward. But it's not about sacrifice.
Time for some Korean co-sale. Steve Kim joining us from Los Angeles. Steve, we've got a Biggie Tupac situation.
Yeah.
Mike Epps and Shannon Sharpe. Been de-escalated, I think, for the moment. They say they're going to meet in Los Angeles. My argument is that Shannon Sharpe is not built for the high position that he's in, and he's reacting poorly to the predictable blowback you get when you're at the top of the mountain and you're a disruptor. He has not handled that well at all. Your thoughts?
Oh, okay. First.
Now, before he gets into his dumbass thoughts, I would never, ever be on a panel or have a podcast or anything like that or have a public conversation about my people with another people. You see, Jason Whitlock don't see black people as a group of people. He just see them as some low character American. That's not it. We're not just low character Americans. We are a race of people, and a great one at that. And I don't give a damn what this Korean dude got to say about my people. Black folks don't just group up and start talking about what the damn Koreans is doing, do we? So why the hell is he invited to the damn table to talk about what the hell we doing? What have they done for our community? They the ones beating your asses with bats and broomsticks to get out their damn hair salon. They the ones that put sanctions and make sure they don't ever spend money with you if you do want a hair salon. You're not gonna get, you can't get no hair products from them. And then Chris Rock showed you that. I don't want to hear nothing about what they got to say, because at the end of the day, they're not helping the so-called black community. All they doing is sucking it dry. And I don't give a damn what his damn opinions are about it. I would have never had him on the show. This is why you can't trust certain black folks. It's one thing for us to talk about each other, but once you start bringing other groups in to start laughing at us and giggling, and he agreeing that we like the damn death row, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, man. This is just some foolishness.
First of all, great analogy, but the question is, who's Sug? Who's Puffy? Who's Tupac? Who's the big fella? You know, who's the other one? I forgot.
He don't even know. He don't even know the name. Who's Sug? Who is Sug? No, there was no Sug at death row. He don't even know Biggie. And what's the big one? Who's the big one? Shut your ass up, man. This is why you don't need to invite them to the table about no stuff like this. This is ridiculous, man. Nobody cares what he has to say about our community.
I got Bob Iger as Suge White.
Okay, Suge White.
I've got Stephen A. Smith as Tupac Shakur. Put the pictures up of these guys so Steve can enjoy them. We got Stephen A. Smith with Thug Life tatted across his belly. And I have Shannon Sharpe as Biggie Smalls. So
all right, so he's the notorious one. Interesting. Yes. Is there going to be a Source Award?
Hey man, I think this is going to wrap up. I really don't care to listen to what they have to say about our community. All that really needs to be said about this is that Jason Whitlock is just a clown, right, for this right here. He being a real clown. You know, he really thinks that he's American. He really thinks that he is a valuable asset to this society, and he's not. You just another nigga with a mouthpiece, and a mouthpiece for the white man at that. The Korean man, if you want to say that, because this is just ridiculous. I would never bring him into the conversation. I would never care about their opinion. And all the issues that we have to go through and figure out, we're going to figure out with each other. When they're not invited to the picnic, they're not invited to the cookout. I don't care about his woman. I don't care about his opinions. I don't care about none of that. I'm not saying I hate Koreans. I'm just saying that I don't care about their opinion. Any other group of people that got an opinion on me, I don't give a damn. I don't live for them. They don't do nothing for my life. This is just ridiculous. And then you got us up here looking like clowns, and you bragging to the damn Korean man. And I'm sure all the white folks in your backstage is having a good old time laughing and can't wait to put up the pictures. And they put it together, and y'all just laughed about when they showed you the final product, and you was just so happy and proud to talk about this shit. Jason Whitlock should be ashamed for doing something like this. And I don't care if you like this. This is not a fanboy channel. We stand on integrity and truth over here. And any leader of the so-called black community knows what I'm talking about. Little dancing fools that just get along, go along to get along, they ain't gonna understand what I'm saying. They probably think this is okay. So you can miss me with all the comments. I don't give a damn. This is unacceptable. Let me say this. No matter what you got to say about Shannon Sharpe, when he got his own show, he didn't partner up with no Korean man. He didn't partner up with no white man. Well, who he with now? He with another black man, Stephen A. Smith. Who else he got? Ocho Cinco. Who else he got? Gilbert Arenas. That's who he chose his own people. Whether or not he agree with them, whether or not you agree with him or you like him, he still chose his own people. He's not doing no show about us dressed up as clowns, talking about how we thugs and ghetto and low character to other races, man. So you can miss me, man. I like Shannon Sharpe. There's a lot of things that a lot of characters that I like that a lot of the so-called blacks don't like, that I do because I see some good in them. I might not like everything that they do or say, of course, but I like Shannon Sharpe. I do like Stephen A. Smith, even though he be sounding real suspect too. I like Steve Harvey. I like Monique. I like my people. I'm not no fanboy. I'm not going to just let them get away with anything, but I like my people, and I like to see my people doing great things. Even when they do something wrong, I'm not about to get up here and make them and dress them up as no damn gangsters and thugs and criminals. So All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do, man. Yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and see you in the next video. Peace.